really, really important speech or presentation coming up for you. Maybe you're competing in the District 59 speech contest. Or you're about to give a presentation in front of your board members. And you have exactly 1 minute left until they will call your name. How do you feel? Throw it at me. How do you feel? First impression. How do you feel? What was that?
Faster.
Faster. How do you feel?
Nervous.
Nervous. Good.
Pain.
Pain. Pain. Okay. Good. Anybody else? All the same. Pain. Nervous. Okay. Now imagine how would it be if you have mastered effective techniques to reduce this nervousness, to reduce this pain, and to increase your focus, your awareness, and your energy. And this in less than 1 minute. How would that feel? Perfect. Okay, good. Then you're in the right space, in the right spot here for the next 10 minutes. Fellow Toastmasters and most welcome guests. My goal for tonight is to give you 3 effective techniques to do just that. Okay? I hope I have your attention. So, the only requirement I have for you is to play full out. Just don't think at your neighbors. There will be an exercise at a certain stage. And I would love you to participate fully. Is that okay? Cool. Now, before I come to the details and disclose my favorite 3 techniques, let's start with a why. Let's start with the why. Why is it important to manage your emotional states? And 1, thank you so much for participating already. You've already heard. 2, for example, reduce your nervousness in front of speech, in front of, or not in front, but just before any kind of communication. That's one very good reason. Another why, another purpose is to shift your attention from, oh, it's about me, the content, oh my God, I shouldn't forget anything, towards your audience. In my case, it's you right now. Yeah? So that's a greatly good idea to change your emotional state, if you know how, to actually achieve that. Another great purpose why you should think about that is when you come up on stage like this, or you just talk to anybody communicating, wouldn't it be great if you are your best self standing here on stage? You bring your A game, you know exactly what you want to do, you know what your outcome is, and you just naturally follow through. Rather than, being observed with fears, with pain, what we had before, with all the anxieties. Fritz Perls once said, the definition for anxiety, I love that. Anxiety is the gap between now and later. Think about that for a moment. So, if this is true, if we believe in that, if we can be in the now, if we can be fully present, so managing our states to be here, right now, hey, there is no room for being anxious or afraid of anything. Huh? So let's try this in a moment. The third reason why, actually, we all know this, how important, and we heard it in the previous speeches, how important is the very first 10 or 30 seconds of any speech, of any presentation, of opening your mouth, talking to somebody. It is vital, it is so important, because in the 30 seconds, people will decide whether they like you, or they do not like you. Yeah? They will decide whether they listen to you attentively, or they start texting, or start whatever, yeah, zoning out. Then you lose them. So the first 30 seconds are vital. Again, if you know how to manage your emotional states, that's a real good asset. Yeah? So let's talk about the outcomes. What may be the outcome if you do this, managing your state? The first one is that actually you can train to be fully present in the here and now, rather simple. And I promised you rather simple exercises below the 1 minute line to do this for yourself. This is the number 1 outcome. Number 2 outcome is you can direct your focus and your energy, your awareness, your attention, not to what I'm going to say, but to the reaction of your audience, to the reaction to this person you're talking to right now. And that's a huge difference, rather than only being observed with your own fears and your own model of the world. And thirdly, talking about energy and talking about emotions, how would it be if I tell you that we would raise our energy to level 100%? How would that feel? Good? How if I would tell you to increase it to 150% of energy here on stage? Better? Yeah? And how about if you have this energy in you, which you need, and it's not only about being loud, but being for totally different purposes. It can be really calm and aware, but even for that, you need full attention. You need 200% of that. And that's my third outcome for you. I want to share. There's so many more, but I realize we have 10 minutes roughly today. So let's get to the exercises I brought for you. So what can you do in this 1 minute before you are on this stage or any other larger stage to achieve all this? Okay? The first two I will briefly explain, and the third one we will do some exercises. And I have a handout with more explanations for the first two. The first one is the most important one. What do we do every 15 seconds, or every second actually, to stay alive? We breathe, but we don't breathe like this. To be honest, when was the last time today you took a deep abdominal breath? More than an hour ago? More than 5 hours ago? Yeah. Today at all?
Yes, yes, maybe.
Yes? Great. Breathing. Deep abdominal breathing is a wonderful technique you can master. And there's one thing I have in the handout, it's the 1-4-2 breathing. You actually have heard of that. On the count of 1, inhaling, you hold your breath for the count of 4, and then you exhale on the count of 2. So for example, if I need 5 seconds to fully inhale, I'll hold my breath for 5 times 4 is 20, thank you. I hold my breath for 20 seconds, and then I exhale on the count of 2 is fully exhale on 10 seconds. You do this 2 times, 3 times before any performance, or you're an actor or a speaker, and you greatly reduce your nervousness instantly. And you are connected to the here and now. That's one exercise. The second one is basically my favorite, meditation. I think of course, meditation, serious topics. What's that? It is the full body scan. You can perform a full body scan of your whole body, of your whole being, within a minute with a bit of training. I don't have time right now to walk you through. It is in the handout. If you're interested, just ask me later on. I have the material for you, as well as some other information on further workshops where we can train all that together. What you do is you start, for example, in the left toes, from the left feet. You just feel, you don't think, you feel. Is there any sensation? Is there any hotness, warmness, cold? What do you feel there? And then you move up your body, leg by leg, and every single organ. You can do that quickly. And just see what sensation you're feeling. You're getting out of your head, out of your ego, out of your, oh, I have to concentrate on that. And you fully practice to be aware, to be here, and to the task and the outcome at that stage. So for the next thing. And now, no drum rolls, but the third thing, and this is the part where I would like you to participate, is what I call it's a great technique, and there are many more, but I call this the incantations. Or another word for that is being in a peak state. Who have heard about what an incantation is? 1, 2, 3, thank you. An incantation is a sentence you tell yourself over and over and over again. You just don't only tell yourself that is called the affirmation. But an incantation is you do this with the utmost confidence and power and energy, as if you 100%, no, 1000% believe in what you're going to say to yourself. Who knows Muhammad Ali? Everybody, yeah? What was his favorite quotes? I am the greatest of all time. Yeah? Have you heard that saying? Mm-hmm. Yeah? How did he say it? I am the greatest of all time! Yeah, like this. Watch this on video on YouTube. Every time, every day. To the press, to his opponents, to himself, was an incantation. He believed in that. And did he succeed with that? Yeah. Well, you can argue about that, but apparently he became the best of all time in his profession. Because this is something in incantation. I would like to train that with you. So you now know what the benchmark is in terms of volume. And there are many ways to do this and many ideas what an incantation can be good for. Today, because we talk about emotions, we talk about how can we use it in business situations. Yeah, I have chosen an incantation, which you might try, for the sake of being 100% or even 200% energized, fully energized in the here and now. All right? So therefore, if I may ask you to stand up and get a little bit of space. Yeah, I know it is packed full here, but that's good. And just don't think about all the others here, left and right. Good. Now I want you to imagine a time, can be recently or a bit ago, it doesn't matter, when you have been at your peak state, when something really remarkable has happened, and you were so proud of yourself, you were happy, eventually you got comments from other people, and they said, really great, Tobias, you did a great job, yeah? Or Sophia, fantastic, so you just felt incredible, unstoppable. Think about a situation in your life. Think about it right now, okay? You got one? Doesn't matter what, it's just, yeah, you're nodding? Excellent. And now I just quickly explain what you can do to anchor this feeling, yeah, into your body before we do this. Yeah? You will anchor it by saying out loud what you can make your power move, yeah? Your peak set power. For me, for example, just let's see what I do. I say yes, yeah, yes. I put it like this, very loud. It is loud, and I have my fist pumped completely, and I have all the energy in it here. This is my power move. What happens is we anchor this feeling, and we'll do this in a moment. Yes. You anchor this feeling in your arm kinesthetically with your voice, and when you do this later on, you will immediately get into this state. Before we can do the exercise, just think again of this moment you just had. And it should be a nice moment, it should be something you're proud of. You feel good, and I see this smiling in your face, it's great. Now double this in intensity, just double it. It's much more than before. It's awesome, you feel fantastic. Yeah, you're there? Excellent. And now really triple it. You're completely there and everything. You get goosebumps. It's that good as it feels. Right? You love it. And on the count of 3, you can just mimic me. You just do this and don't care about all the others. Yeah? On the count of 3, you make your own power. And now let me get in state as well. I'm thinking about something. Take a deep breath, and I got it. And on the count of 3, 1, 2, 3, yes! Yeah! 1, 2, 3, yes! 1, 2, 3, yes! And yes! Excellent. Give yourself a hand. Great. I got goosebumps here. What energy in the room. Seriously, thank you so much for participating. My time is up here for now, but you can train that very easily, a few times more. Believe in that, and trust me one thing. This actually works, and I've done it with so many clients. This one I do in my seminars, for example, and I let people break through 2 centimeters wooden boards with their bare hands. Being in peak state, and yes! Going for the like this. So it's really powerful, and you find your own way. And with 1 minute, next time you are in front of a huge audience or a very important presentation, or just this speech, put yourself in a state where you're aware, you're present. And people will just love that energy. You then can come down, and whatever purpose you have, seriousness, whatever it is, you can bring your A game to the table. Thank you very much.